So you're probably looking at the title and you're probably thinking, "Oh, Webbs is gonna, he's just gonna say the DLC sucks and rant about it for a bit." Actually, no. Actually, no. I enjoyed the DLC, actually. I thought it was it's literally the best, spoilers for my review, but it's the best Starfield content, in my opinion. And I'm in the game, period. It's some of the best Starfield content in the game, period. And I mean that in a good way, right? Not in like a condescending way, like, oh, Starfield's so bad that it's the best content in the game. No, no, no. It's genuinely really good. And that's the issue. So you've been seeing recently a lot of reviewers, a lot of these Bethesda game players, like Maddie Plays and a bunch of other people, saying, "Oh man, this DLC was disappointing. It broke my heart. It broke my heart." Here's why. Because Bethesda decided that they were going to appeal to a fan base that isn't even there anymore. Yeah, so if you didn't know, Shattered Space was inspired heavily by Morrowind. And if you know anything about Morrowind, it is dialogue heavy. A lot of decision making. It's a classic RPG that older Bethesda fans love. But guess what? Older Bethesda fans are not going to play a Starfield DLC. Why? Because they're not even playing Starfield. A lot of them are not even playing Starfield. A lot of them have moved on. Okay, so let me give you a bit of context. So, in 2011, Bethesda released Skyrim, which is their most, I would say, casual RPG at that time. Like, Fallout 3 was already pretty casual in comparison, but Skyrim was even more casual than Fallout 3. Right? Skyrim was arguably even more casual. You didn't even, pick your stats for your character. Now, I personally like that, but still, you didn't even pick your stats for your character. It's hyper casual. Then they go to Fallout 4, and it's even more casual. Thanks to the Fallout 4, or thanks to the whole Telltale level design when it came to the dialogue options, right? And then Starfield, which was better, I think, a better RPG than Fallout 4, but was still really casual in comparison to the RPG that came out before it, which was Baldur's Gate 3. So, yeah. At this point, older Bethesda fans that were hoping for at least a Fallout 3 or something like that experience already left. They already left, okay? And guess what? So they decide that in the RPG that scared away a lot of their old players and fans, we're going to make a DLC that is going to be literally what they enjoyed back then. Dialogue heavy, lore heavy, and we're going to do that. Guess what? You can't do that. You can't change course in the DLC, mind you, of the game that is supposed to appeal to more casual RPG players. You cannot just do that. You made a fan base, okay? You made a fan base that wants more casual stuff, maybe more RPG stuff, but you made this fan base, and then when you course correct, you're like, oh yeah, okay, now we want to go back to old Bethesda. And you expect us all to go in with open arms and be like, oh yeah, you expect all those old players and the new ones to be like, yes, this is the right way to go. Guess what? The new players aren't coming. Or the old players, I mean. The old players who played the old players who played Morrowind are not coming back. They're playing Morrowind, or they're playing Baldur's Gate 3 or something else. They're not coming back to Starfield, and they're not going to buy a $30 DLC just to play more Morrowind, but like arguably watered down, right? It's a DLC. It's not even that long of a DLC. Like, the main campaign isn't that long. So, and the funny part is, this rant isn't even about the DLC. Because, again, like I said, I enjoy it. But the problem is that Bethesda decided to course correct in a DLC for a game for casuals. They decided to make a more RPG flavored game or DLC in a game that they made for casuals. All right. Man, just a little irritating, you know. Again, I like it. I like where they're going with this, but it's just like, you can't do that and expect everyone, or excuse me, wow, my voice is cracking, bro. I'm about to crash out. But anyways, you cannot expect your fans you've already created to accept this with open arms and not make tons of videos. Videos. But yeah, man, it's just like, if you want my take on all the mixed response for Shattered Space, there's tons of people that love it. There's tons of people that don't like it. I say, no duh, Webs, Bethesda's the blame, you know. But for real, I think Bethesda, it's too little too late. You want to course correct now, of all times? Right? So, I mean, they have no one but themselves to blame, honestly, for the backlash that it's been getting. They created their fan base and expected a more casual experience, but then they get like an experience full of politics, full of decisions, full of just talking, a lot of talking. It's a very hard DLC too, and they expect them to eat it up. Yeah. But we'll see what Bethesda does after this, because there is another DLC on the way this year, or I guess next year technically. So we'll see how they handle that. Maybe it will be a more casual experience. But I think like what they need to do now is just they already have their fan base, just to appeal to them, you know. You're just going to have to go all in, right? You already made your bed. You were appealing to this fan base for 13 years, and then now you want to course correct? You know what I'm saying? Now you want to go back to Morrowind? It's like if iDubbbz decided to start saying the N-word again, right? It's like if iDubbbz decided to start saying the N-word again, and then expects us all to be like, oh my gosh, iDubbbz! Like, you know? Like, no. But yeah, the review will be coming out in a couple days, maybe a week or two. Just wanted to release this rant. Editor Webs here. I just wanted to make something very clear. If you enjoy these casual RPGs, this isn't a dig at you. In fact, I enjoy them a lot. But it's more of a, just like, I'm just irritated they want now to appeal to the hardcore RPG fan base and a hardcore, more, you know, roleplay fan base that already abandoned Starfield, instead of making an RPG for people that are still playing Starfield, right? I just want to say that. If you enjoy it, this is an attack on you. if you enjoy their other casual or more casual RPGs, this isn't an attack on you. I do too. Skyrim literally is my third favorite game of all time. But yeah, I just want to say that this isn't an attack on anyone who likes that stuff. Alright, see y'all later. Bye.